is up, you sexy ass motherfuckers? Welcome back to another Total War League Siege battle hosted by the man, the myth, the legend, Marketable Skills. In this battle, this is going to be game number 2. Again, number 2. So if you guys have not watched the first one, make sure to watch the first one first because it is a true doozy of a battle. Guys, in this one, we are going to see BigBlaz now on the defense versus Igni on the attack. And let me just tell you, this battle was incredible. Guys, make sure you guys have something to drink, something to eat. Go jerk off a quick one. Call your grandmother and tell her that you love her, preferably not while you're jerking off a quick one. Do whatever you guys gotta do. And let's go ahead and get into the battle. Before I get into the army comps as well, guys, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you love this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are, as of me recording this video, we are 11 subscribers away from 400. Guys, you are insane. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much for all the support that you guys have been showing recently, especially with Total War League going on. Much love to all of you. Let's go ahead and look at the army composition. So again, we've got Igni on the attack. They are going to be bringing Epirus and Nervii. Epirus is going to be bringing some Illyrian levies to be able to, mercenary Italian swordsmen to be able to push up these tortoises and get inside of the settlement as soon as possible. They're also going to be bringing some Rhodian slingers. I'm trying to see where other ranged units they have. Some javelin men. Do they have any archers? Is that the question? I see 2 Rhodian slingers. I see 1 javelin man. Is that all? Oh, there's a scorpion. Oh, I'm just blind. And 2 units of mercenary Cretan archers. We've also got a lot of Thoreo spears, 3 units of Samnite warriors, a Hellenic royal general. This cavalry should be able to do a lot of work. And that's about it, guys, as far as Epirus's army goes. Looking at Nervii, we've got some fierce swords, lots of fierce swords, Celtic warriors, we've got Gallic hunters, and then I'm trying to see, we've got some Oathsworn as well, and a unit of Levy Freemen to be able to help push up some of these tortoises. We can't see the defending army factions yet, but I'll go over what we can see so far. So far we have Roxolani bringing in some Steppe Noble Lancers. These guys are a very powerful Lancer unit and should be able to get a lot of kills as long as they are used correctly. Also, the ram horns on the cavalry just look amazing. That would be a scary sight to see. Cavalry with ram horns. Yeah, that is scary. Over here, we've got some more Steppe Noble Lancers. We got 3 units of Steppe Noble Lancers. We got some Noble Horse Archers as well. Looks like we've got 4 units of Noble Horse Archers, one of which has just seemingly disappeared into thin air. These guys, as long as they can get into range and start putting down the hurt, they can do a lot of work against their opponent's army. So that should be fun to see as well. As far as the other defending force, we can only see a couple of units from them so far. We've got Macedon, and so far we can see a unit of Militia Hoplites and a unit of Thorax Swordsmen. They are going to be the extra wall within the settlement. If the defenders are able to get inside of the settlement before the cavalry... Ooh, we got a little bit of a cavalry charge. We've got a cavalry, 45 men remaining, getting absolutely butchered by some of these Celtic skirmishers. 33 men remaining, trying to charge any of these Celtic warriors. And take them out before they can do any real damage. But with the Celtic skirmishers nearby, they did not stand a chance. And we've got another unit of cavalry getting harassed by the nearby Rhodian slingers, trying to find a good opportunity to potentially break through these Thoreo spears and take out the Rhodian slings. And if they could take out those Rhodian slingers, it could be huge for the defending forces, getting rid of any of the range capabilities that the attackers might have brought. It looks like the defenders are going to fall back a little bit, doing a little bit of a bend but do not break approach to this battlefield. We've got even more cavalry starting to move outside of the settlement as well. We've got 3 more units of Steppe armored lancers. Mastodon's inside of the settlement trying to hold the front lines with some units of Thorax Swordsmen. We've got a lot of units of Thorax Swordsmen. We've got 5 units of Thorax Swordsmen that we can see initially. A couple of Spear units as well as some Rhodian Slingers and Mercenary Cretan Archers. They are going to attempt to hold the line for as long as they possibly can while their opponent's cavalry does some work. But it looks like we're going to have some units starting to move in right off the bat here. We got some Levy Freemen getting into position, Celtic Warriors, all kinds of different units just trying to get into position to be able to move in and try and absolutely demolish the Macedonian forces located inside of the settlement for now. We've also got a unit of pikemen back here. I don't know if it was 2, but I did see them pop up for just a second. There is at least 1 unit of pikemen over here as well, so we'll be able to see if they're going to be able to get some kills or not. We do have a little bit of artillery starting to rain fire upon the troops defending the settlement, and we've got a little bit of a charge. The Illyrian levies going right in after the Thorax Swordsmen. We've got them in a tiered approach, being able to throw their Pila into the upcoming units and just trying to absolutely melt them as soon as possible before they can get in and do any real damage. Close behind, we've got a unit of Celtic Warriors also moving in, kind of using the Illyrian levies as a pincushion, as a shield, while they move around and try to get into some more of these Thorax Swordsmen. The Illyrian levies are starting to break, but they did exactly what they were meant to do and has given these Celtic warriors a chance to be able to move inside of the settlement, and we've got a swarm of troops moving in. We've also got some more cavalry charging in. This cavalry attempted to charge into the skirmishers and have gotten absolutely demolished. Now we've got another unit of cavalry charging into the noble horse, but with the skirmishers nearby able to fire right into that cavalry, I fear that they will not stand a chance. Now we've got another unit of steppe noble lancers trying to move around, trying to find a good opportunity to be able to potentially move past these towers and get inside of these slingers and try to take them out. So we'll see if they're able to actually utilize that cavalry in the best way possible. But yeah, these steppe noble lancers do not stand a chance. Now, the attackers are also going to get a lot of friendly fire in here too, because they're shooting in such a big blob of both friendly and enemy units. But these steppe noble lancers are gone, especially with all the fire that they've taken. I will be surprised if they stay in this battle, and they're still taking losses as they're running away. Now we've got another unit of cavalry still circling around, still trying to make their way behind their opponent's forces, trying to get into some of these range forces and take them out. They got a little too close to the Thoreo Spear unit, though, and they're going to take a lot of losses from that passerby. 67 out of 80 men remaining and 0 kills so far, having lost basically 2 units of noble cavalry, an expensive unit of cavalry. They got to be careful about this. And over here, we've got the Thorax Swordsmen starting to crumble slowly but surely. Luckily, they do have the two gatehouses, the 2 towers here, just shooting machine gun fire into the nearby units, trying to do as much damage as possible. But because they don't have that much infantry in here, they are going to have to be extra careful, especially in such a large breach point that they have to defend. So far, we have 1 unit of Thorax Swordsmen with 82 kills starting to break against the might of the mercenary Italian Swordsmen. And we've got a unit of Lyrian Levies with 18 kills starting to break against the Thorax Swordsmen over here, too. They were trying to use their Cretan archers on the wall to be able to get a nice downward shot on some of these the troops entering the city, but they are being countered by a boatload of archers on the outskirts of the battle. And it looks like, oh my goodness, Roxolani has decided to charge in their cavalry. They are going to take a lot of fire, but the Thoreo spears are not in a tiered approach, so they can just charge through here and then charge into the next unit of Samnite warriors and try to stop the javelin capabilities from really doing too much damage against them. They got 41 men remaining over here. They've got 50 men remaining over here. We've got 64 men remaining over here. They are trying to do some work, but is it going to be enough? We've got 1 unit that is completely broken, completely shattered, in fact, with only 31 kills. They are going to run off of this battlefield and try and see their families at least one more time. We've got another one that's starting to retreat with only 2 men left on top of them with only 26 kills, and we've got another cavalry unit that has 34 kills and is going to break as well from the sheer amount of volleys that we have seen from these Thoreo spears. Over on the other side, it looks like the cavalry that had circled around has circled all their way around to be able to try to get into this giant ballista and keep it from being able to fire at any more of their troops. We've got a unit of Samnite warriors quickly moving in to try and stop them, as well as the Epirus Hellenic Royal Guard quickly moving in to be able to try and take them out, and they are going to get out of there. On the front lines, Macedon is still trying to hold valiantly, but is taking a ton of fire from the archers that have been brought inside of the settlement. These pikemen did not stand a chance. Now, we've got another unit of levy pikemen, but the troops are already inside of this settlement, and they can get surrounded here pretty easily. We've got a unit of Celtic warriors, fierce swords, coming to support their Celtic warrior brothers-in-arms that are starting to crumble as they're fighting against these thorax swordsmen. We've got some more fierce swords and Celtic warriors on the front line, as well as mercenary Italian swordsmen, more mercenary Italian swordsmen. We've got some Oswald on the front line as well, and some archers, and Macedon is crumbling slowly but surely. We've got a great angle from these archers, getting a really good sword side angle, as well as a flanking angle, even on some of these units as well. Being able to get a ton of kills and just really help out this front line to completely break through and finish off their opponents. We've still got a couple units of cavalry outside of the walls, 2 units of steppe noble lancers awaiting their moment to shine, their moment of glory to move in yet again and try and take out this front line. And we've still got the 4 units of noble horse archers that have not shot a single arrow yet. They need to get them in there and start supporting their ally because they are crumbling. We've got another unit of thorax swordsmen with 118 kills starting to break. A thorax swordsman coming in to sandwich this unit of Osworn. We've got some archers starting to shoot into them as well. We've got a nearby Royal Peltas general that's trying to come around and just try to get this Osworn sandwich and try to take them out for good so they no longer have to deal with them. The Cretan archers are going to take a lot of fire from their javelins as they're retreating, but they should be protected by this general unit. And with the towers still shooting, it has been neutralized actually, which is huge. We've got a unit of noble horse, that initial unit of noble horse that was fighting before is now inside of the settlement, charging into these Cretan archers, taking them out and keeping them from being able to fire into their frontline units. We've still got a unit of levy pikemen with 1 kill, just getting absolutely peppered by these archers and melted like they are nothing. These thorax swordsmen have 62 men remaining, 111 kills so far, but they are fighting against the fierce swords, a very elite unit of Nervii, and the remnants of some mercenary Italian swordsmen as well. I fear that they will not be able to survive for much longer. Over on this side, I'm trying to figure out... Well, we've got the Roxolani General. We've got the Scythian Royal Horse starting to move around and try to support their Macedonian ally as much as they can. Maybe take out a general and cause a mass break. But yeah, we've got a lot of archer capability coming in from these cavalry. But we also got a little bit of counter fire coming in from the javelin as well. We got some Thoreo spears chasing away the cavalry, trying to get them off the battlefield and get them away from their front line so that way their shots won't be able to do anything. We've got a unit of thorax swordsmen over on the front line starting to break, and the other we've got a Royal Pelta starting to break with only 94 kills so far. That is tragic. Absolutely tragic. And I can hear some scorpion fire starting to go in as well. I just don't hear it, but it definitely sounds like, yeah, there's the scorpion firing into the settlement, trying to support their troops and their allies' troops as much as they can. This Royal Peltas was successfully able to finish off that mercenary Italian swordsman, but they are soon going to break with only 32 men remaining. These Osworn are still fighting valiantly with 102 kills against the general and the thorax swordsman, which is now pulling back to be able to get into some of these archers. The Royal Peltas general has 55 kills against Osworn. The Osworn have 108 kills against both Royal Peltas and thorax swordsmen, and we've got a lot of mercenary Cretan archers starting to put fire into some of these archers, some of these troops, just try to do as much damage as they possibly can, and the thorax swordsmen are going to continue to try and chase these guys down. And now it looks like Epirus has actually sent in his general to catch these horse archers and try to take them out. The general has actually successfully caught a couple of these horse archers and is now fighting them in melee. I mean, this horse archer has 69 giggity men remaining, 28 kills. The general has 54 kills, or 56 kills, with 80 out of 80 men remaining. He is kicking some archer booty and doing a really, really good job of it as well. Over on this side, the general is still fighting against the Osworn. The Osworn has 42 men remaining. The general has 81 men remaining, 93 kills so far. It is a close battle, but I'm pretty sure that the general unit of Macedon should be able to finish this battle up, clean up this Osworn, and continue to fight on another front. Over on this side, we got the Scythian Royal Horse that were trying to charge in and just charge into some of these fierce swords and do a little bit of damage. But the fierce swords were able to beat back that charge and is now going to charge right into some of these mercenary Cretan archers, keep them from being able to fire the Rhodian slingers as well, and try and take them out. We can see a unit of horse archers breaking, not quite shattered yet, but they are broken with the combined might of the general as well as the mercenary Samnite warriors. The rest of the cavalry is going to quickly get out of there, realizing that they cannot win that fight in melee. They're going to run away and try to get as many arrows, lose as many arrows as they possibly can in that general and take him out. Over on this side, the Macedonian general, with 54 men remaining, is now fighting against the mercenary Samnite warriors. The archers nearby are trying to help him as much as they possibly can. The general's going to go ahead and use the whip, try to get those kills and try to take these guys out and save himself. But his bodyguard is quickly falling with 45 men remaining, 136 kills against elite units. And we've also got the tower starting to fire at him. I fear that he is not going to survive for much longer. And it looks like the rest of Macedonian's forces over on the left side have fallen. And now it's just the Scythian Royal Horse that are still alive, trying to cycle charge into some of these troops and do as much damage as they possibly can. We've even got a unit of the Rayo Spears moving to the center capture point to be able to capture it. Force the defenders to try and fall back whatever troops that they might have left to try and defend themselves against the Thoreo Spears. And just kind of teasing them at this point. At this point, they know that they've kind of lost the settlement. They've lost the city. So now they're going to go ahead and get in there. They're going to go ahead and take over the center point and laugh at the mercenary Cretan archers because they cannot do anything. They're even going to add insult to injury and throw some Pila into them. And the archers are going to return the favor, pop out quick reload, and just start blasting this Thoreo Spear as much as they possibly can, which is going to throw even more javelin capabilities in these guys and do a decent amount of damage. But these archers are just going to keep on firing with 139 men remaining. Over on this side, it looks like the general might have caught some more of these archers. These archers are still fighting the general on the outskirts of the city, trying to take out the general, maybe cause some sort of morale break with the rest of the troops. But alas, I just don't think that they can do it. I don't think that they have them in them. The defenders just have so much ammo left, so many troops left that it just seems impossible for the defenders to be able to retake the city with which they were trying to defend as much as they could. The Scythian Royal Horse have 192 kills. It looks like the general has fallen and they are going to crumble here. The unit of mercenary Cretan archers are wavering and will soon break as well. And the general unit is doing a great job of trying to take out these archers, take them out for the count, and make sure that they cannot return to the battle. But let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit, guys. I think we know what's going to happen here. There is no more defending units inside of the settlement. We see a horde of attacking enemy or attacking units inside of the settlement, and now it's just a little bit of a cleanup. Epirus is just fighting their hearts out against this archer cavalry. We've got another unit of archer cavalry breaking, another unit of archer cavalry breaking, and now the general is going to continue to chase down some more of them as they're being shot at in the back. The poor general trying to take a glorious fight to their opponent, but instead being shot right in the back. Not showing the honor and glory, not allowing the honor and glory that they're showing their opponents to be shown to themselves. And these poor guys are going to break. We've got 40 seconds left. These guys are still going to shoot. These guys are still going to fight as much as they possibly can. They're just going to keep on losing arrows into these Thoreo Spears. The timer is going down inside of the settlement. Will these guys break before the timer is up? Or will they stay alive and just go home to their families? They're going to go ahead and get caught out by the general unit and just get absolutely crushed by the general unit. And they have shattered. Let's go ahead and end the replay and look at the kills here. We've got Blaz getting the top amount of kills with 1,560. We've got Rambo with 1,441. Reaper with 1,276. And Conks with 736. Looking at Rambo, looking at Nervii, we've got 128, 166, 124, 127, 132, 104, 100. Papa over here, not doing too bad, trying to do some work, 211 and 120. We've got Reaper and Blaz. Reaper getting some good kills. We've got 130 kills on him. We've got 156 kills. And Blaz, 158, 109, 105, 137, 147, 122, 119, 170, 166. A great job by both teams. And Rambo and Reaper are going to get more points to be able to help push them further into the league. Guys, if you don't know what the rules are, I will have the rules down in the description below, as well as a link to the other content creators during this Total War League if you want to check out the other groups. I am covering Group B, and there are 4 other groups that are being covered as well. Guys, thank you again so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.